All right, folks. Larry D. How we all doing tonight? We got Joe's Tips and Tricks, Joe Munoz, and Kev's Aquatics. Thank you guys for showing up. Unfortunately, my guest did not arrive. Don't know what happened. Some glitch in the system, I guess, or they're running late. I'm not sure. But oh well. Play it by ear, and guess if they don't show up, I'm gonna throw the invite up here and we just play. And I'm sitting in front of my 125 here, something to look at besides my couch. And I'm definitely playing this by ear because I had no clue what was going on or what I was going to do. We didn't anticipate nothing going wrong. First mistake. Oh my God. Hey, could somebody share this out? Maybe get a couple more people in here. It would be awesome. I was hoping one of my mods would show up by now. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. I can't see mods on there. I gotta look on the phone. Oh yeah. Oh shit. That's right. Hang on. Yo Munoz, brother, how are you? It's been wild. Wasn't expecting to go completely solo. So, oh, I know I'm live. Thank you. Get an email telling me I went live. That's awesome. No, I did not put the rocks in the castle yet. Quite frankly, I only got two small ones. The other ones are already in the 20. I'll end up getting more of them eventually. Horace Spice, hey brother. Richard, the owner of Zoe and Noodles, hi, how are you? And let's see some people starting to come in. I keep watching to see if Jack and Dan show up. I hope I didn't screw something up. I sent it to the email they gave me. God, I think I told them. No, yeah, we told them the right time. Oh my goodness. So what's everybody else up to? I actually had a list made up of stuff I was going to ask. But hopefully they'll show up. Anybody know how to get a hold of Jack and Dan? Feel free to yell and say, hey, where you guys at? And if I screwed up the invite, though everything did appear to go through correctly, maybe they're just running late. I have no idea. But yeah, I got a light turned off because it's creating a heck of a glare. I was totally washed out and I'm white enough. But yeah, I've got the castle like Joe was just mentioning. I'm going to take some dragonstone and lay a few pieces around here and add more plants, which all that's going to be coming because I'm going to be doing a rescape. Actually, it's more like a paludarium. I'm going to do it actually on the 75 now. I said I'm going to have a little more fun with it than trying to do it on the 45 tall. That's going to be a nightmare to try to work on that thing. Try to do a paludarium and something I got to stand on a chair to work on. Yeah, I'll pass on that. And I got some interesting ideas planned. Fingers crossed they actually work. And we'll see. But yeah, there's a turquoise. Well, two of them. The other one appears to be a loner. These two hang out together for the most part. And the other one, God knows where he's at because he always seems to be opposite end of the tank than they are. And it's a 6-foot tank, so kind of hard to keep an eye on him. Danikin, hey, how you doing? I tell you what, I don't know how to do this for sure. I guess I just hit this invite button and it opens it up for people to come up. And if you want to come up, please do. Small castle sold at Walmart that fits perfectly in the middle of the. Yeah, I seen your video, man. You had your comments turned off, dude. I was gonna comment on it and ask you about where you got it. Alex, how are you? All right, guys, I'm going to send this. I guess I just click this button, invite. Anybody wants to come up? Wait, that ain't right. How do you do the invite? Uh-huh. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. It says, how do I add a link to the stream? Anybody know? Hey, Dojo. Oh, wait, here's Jack and Dan.
Dude, can you hear us?
Yes, hi.
Can
Here.
I sideways?
Are you on? Can everybody see him? How you doing?
I was going to try to do it sideways, but it's not working.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you're at an angle. There
Let me set this up.
you go. Yeah, me and Peters don't get along that well either.
Man. Yeah, I had it set up to go sideways in here.
No, that's fine.
All right, are we in there?
Yeah, you're in here. I can see and hear you.
All right, I think we're on there.
Yeah, you got a nice angle going. How you guys?
What's
Yo.
up, dudes?
Hey, Jack. Hey, Dan. Oh, my God. Glad you guys made it. I was getting nervous.
Turn this one down a little bit.
What a nice rope fish you got swimming behind you.
Yeah, we have some homework to finish and stuff like that.
Thank God I don't have to do that anymore. Joseph. All right, Joe, not a problem, man. So, how are you guys doing?
We're fine. We're good.
Well, yeah, Jack just got the news that, the governor's thinking about shutting down again. So he's doing half days right now, and then starting Monday, they may go back. He may be at home all the time now. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, God. You're a teacher, huh?
What's that?
You're going to be playing teacher, huh?
I mean, I did it all last year. What's the difference?
Yeah, may as well.
Let's see who all is here.
Yeah.
In here. Let's say hi to some folks. There's Danikin. What's up, Danikin? Joe's Tips and Tricks. Alex's Aquarium. Wow, look at all these guys. What's up?
Yeah, I'm glad everybody made it.
There's Joe.
We had 9.
Joe's like Jack's favorite, isn't he?
Yeah, Joe Manos.
He knows how to say it.
Yeah. Scottish Fish Channel, hello.
Yeah, what's up, Cameron?
New subscriber. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, we
posted friends with you
on our community channel a few days back, and then we posted it again about a couple hours before this. Try to get
excellent
on over to Larry's channel.
That's cool. I have to check out Scottish Fish Channel.
Yeah, he's really cool. He does a lot of really cool stuff, and he lives in a beautiful area. I mean, just a beautiful area. He does a lot of footage, underwater footage, all kinds of stuff. We actually have a huge shout out video coming up Friday in about 4 days.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to have you in it. It's going to have Cameron. Everybody that sent us stuff pretty much since the last shout out video we did.
Right.
And we kind of did it kind of creative, like the last one. There's fun stuff.
Yeah, I like the one we just recently did.
It's fun.
Cool. That's excellent. Glad you're gonna be doing it. Hey, so what do you guys got planned in the future? Any new ventures you got going on?
Well, we had to cancel all of the vacations like most people. So we had a couple.
Yeah.
We were supposed to go spring break. That got canceled.
Mm-hmm.
We were supposed to go spring, like beginning of summer. That got canceled. We were supposed to go during the summer. That got canceled. Then we thought about doing something this fall. That all got canceled.
Yeah.
And then we were going to try to do something again for Christmas break like we did last year.
Right.
And we decided not to bother because of all the spikes and everything going on. We're afraid that
just to make sure
Yeah, may as well
things don't change.
staycations. Stay at home and just not worry about it. Eventually, this will all calm down. Hopefully.
we booked for Jack's next upcoming spring break, which is really like 5 months away.
Mhm.
We're going to go back to Disney. The last time we went to Florida, we did Universal. We didn't really do Disney, so we're going to do Disney this time. And probably visit Father Fish again because that was totally.
Yeah, his shop is really cool.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, Father Fish, that'd be a wild adventure. I'm sure he's hysterical when you get there with him, from what I've seen.
I mean, it's just a super beautiful area.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. And it really was only what, like maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours from where we stayed in Orlando. So we just kind of got up, did some stuff, drove down there, hung out there all day, and then drove back. And
Right.
Yeah, it's a quiet city, but it's also very like cool. It's like I don't know how to describe it. It's just very peaceful. It's just cool.
Okay. I'm having a little trouble hearing you guys. It might be me though.
You having trouble hearing us?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know. It might be me.
Might be the case. You know what? Let me plug in a headset and bring it over here. Hang on 1 second.
All right.
Oh, I wanted to respond to Joe's tips and tricks. He said, "How is school going, Jack?" It's just hey, actually, it's not as I shouldn't say corrupted. It's not as difficult as I thought it would be, but it's
Right.
it's different, of course. So but I like it because I can see my friends in it. So that's nice.
Put this guy in here.
Okay.
See if that helps.
Yeah.
Put this guy up here. All right, is that any better for sound?
Oh yeah, that's much better. Now I got hearing problems, so that's part me. I need to get a headset with the microphone.
Maybe put that in your ear like we did last time. This one goes in my ear. This one goes in your ear. Hold on, let's put this in here.
Sure, not a problem.
Here, scoot up a little. We'll throw these in here. There we go.
Oh, 10 times better.
Oh, there we go. Now we can hear you.
Oh, good. Okay, I guess we're having issues. Yeah, I got to get a headset with a microphone attachment too. I'm still getting used to this computer. I mean, it's like literally my first real computer. So, I mean, it's like 99% of it I still haven't figured out. I had to bring it to Jack. So, Jack, show me how to do this, would you?
Yeah. You know what? It's a lot of stuff. It's like,
yeah, it is.
Especially now he does everything on computer. I do a lot more computer stuff for my work. I'm still annoyed with it. You know, I started being a nurse 30 years ago. We used to just write in the charts, and then they go, oh, we're going to make everything computerized. It's going to be easier and everything. And I go, okay. And for 8 years, it was nothing but problems. And then they, well, I don't know. I mean, what I do now is very different than that, but it's cool.
Right.
So you live in Columbus, right?
No, I'm in Cincinnati.
Oh, you're in Cincinnati.
Well, Springdale suburb, but you know, same mailing address technically.
So what do we love about Cincinnati?
Cincinnati. I'm trying to think.
Skyline Chili.
Skyline Chili, yeah.
Skyline, yeah, there you go.
It used to be in Parma, but they took it away, so it's not there anymore.
Yeah, so they used to have Skyline Chili throughout Cleveland too.
Right.
And now there's only one. It's in like Lyndhurst or somewhere. I mean, it's 45 minutes from our house or something.
When we came back from Florida, we went to it.
Yeah, when we came back from Florida through Cincinnati, we stopped it and had it. And we stopped at that Jungle Jim's place you talk about.
Oh, yeah. I love Jungle Jim's. Oh, hey, Punchy. How are you, hon?
What's up, Pam? We actually just ordered Pam's calendar. If you didn't order Pam's calendar, get on PayPal, order a calendar from Pam.
Yeah, everybody got to order that calendar. watched her video when she's showing the pictures. Like, wow. Hope I grow up, I can draw that well.
She's amazing. Well, everybody constantly comments on the art, the drawing that she did of our beta cat.
Yeah, I love that. It's almost like it's so accurate. Like you did a really good job on that.
Everybody who comes over compliments on it. Everybody who sees it on a video compliments. And so we always tell them, get a hold of Punchy. She did a great job. She did a great job on that.
She did good on the face characteristics too, because he's like a grumpy old man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I watched her video. She did time lapse drawing and stuff. It's like, wow.
Yeah, but basically, so what I do now is I work as a wellness coordinator, and a lot of the facilities that I help to run are in the Cincinnati area, in the Columbus area.
Right.
And normally, what I would do throughout pretty much all of summer, normally on the days that like Jack would be with his mom, so the beginning of the week, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I would be traveling throughout Cincinnati and Columbus, and I put on wellness presentations at these facilities. And a lot of the people that I talk to, they tell me the only health food store pretty much around is Jungle Gyms.
Yeah, it is. Coffin Crew, brother, how are you? It's so cool. We got people from the horror community showing up.
Yeah,
Dirty Rotten Imbecile, brother, you cool as all get out.
Yeah, I was checking out that dude's channel. Now, I don't know if I assume you're familiar with the band Dirty Rotten Imbeciles, right? DRI.
Oh, that's what
Apparently not. Enlighten me.
Yeah, so DRI, it was a big band. Well, they're still around, but like when I was a kid growing up listening to hardcore and metal and punk, and I think I played in a band and everything too. We actually opened for Dirty Rotten Imbeciles probably about 5 times when they came to Peabody's in Cleveland. We used to open for a lot of those kind of bands. We opened for bands like, well, before they got big, like Hatebreed, Slayer. We played with Machine Head, all those kind of bands.
Dang, that's awesome.
Yeah, if they came to the Cleveland Agora or if they came to Peabody's, we opened for them all the time. DRI was the cool. I have pictures of us with DRI. We hung out with them. Overkill's another great band. You probably listen to Overkill.
Oh, yeah, right? Overkill, yeah. I know Overkill.
We opened for Overkill at Peabody's probably about 6 times.
Dang.
Hung out with them. Coolest guys ever from Jersey. Totally awesome guys from Jersey.
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't talk a lot about, we never played with Anthrax, but I've seen Anthrax, Daniken, probably like 20 times. And that was through the Belladonna days, and then with John Bush, and then with Belladonna
with John Bush. I miss Belladonna. But I've seen Iced Earth a few times. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever heard of Iced Earth.
Oh, yes, Iced Earth. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Matthew Barlow, I've seen him twice at a place called Bogart's here in Cincy.
Oh, Bogart's, yeah. I think we played
there.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
We may have played there. We used to play all around Pennsylvania, Michigan, all around. We used to go around a lot. We actually played out for about 10, 11 years. This was all before Jack was born. When Jack was born, I kind of calmed down on the whole thing because playing in a band is not necessarily conducive to a family life.
Right, yeah. I tell you, I seen Man of War at Bogart's, or Annie's.
Yeah.
And that's why I got the hearing issues I got, because I didn't wear proper hearing protection, and I was right up against the stage.
Well, Jack loves Man of War, and I told him they're doing, I don't know if you saw, this is a lot of metalhead talk right here. People are going to dig, but Man of War decided to come out of, they retired. And
I knew they were retiring.
What they decided is because they had a 40th year anniversary, they're going to come out of retirement.
Right.
And they're going to play in, I believe, in the spring, and they're going to do all through Germany. They're going to they're going to do 10 shows.
Right.
And then they're going to come to Brazil in July. And every year in Brazil, there's this massive rock festival.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to be one of the headliners. They always headline these kind of things.
I didn't know about that.
I know. I wasn't going to tell you yet because I told Jack, I said, if they do some kind of reunion, and I knew they would.
Foxy.
Well, yeah.
I said, dude, you're going to have to go to see Man of War, because all the times they came, he was basically too little. He loves listening to him with me, But I also told them earplugs are a must at a Man of War show.
Oh, they're yeah, definitely.
Because they were in the Guinness Book of World Records. And
Yeah.
them
Twice, I believe.
Well, what happened is Lemmy. Who did Lemmy sing for?
Motorhead.
Motorhead. So them
Yes.
and Motorhead went back and forth with that record a couple times.
Right.
But yeah, Man of War, love them, love them, love them. Anyone who's not checked them out, check them out. They're amazing. Yeah. They're old school, but they're so amazing. I got to see
one trick about Man of War. You have got to listen to them loud to truly appreciate it. I don't mean loud enough to hurt yourself, but you have to listen to them loud to truly appreciate their music.
We would go to the rec center at like 5, 6 in the morning a lot of times. And we have some videos of this, some of the jump rope sprints that we do. And we do the jump rope basically in a stairwell area out of the way of the track. And then we run around the track. And normally most of these folks are, what's a good delicate way to put this? Retired in the morning, right? So senior citizens. And we would bring a little, Bluetooth box and hook it up and blare it in that stairwell.
Oh yeah, I love it.
We'd be playing like Man of War and stuff, and a lot of them would be like, "Hey, can you turn that down?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no, just it's only
because I'm not trying to be rude, but they just all walk. Like,
they just walk on the track, and we do a sprint." So anyway, we would kind of keep the door just kind of cracked because hey, you're trying to get motivated.
Oh yeah, you got to.
So Larry, you seen them? Daniken said, "Who did you see 10 times?" Oh, you talking about Anthrax, or are you talking about Man of War, Daniken? Because Daniken's a little bit of a
Anthrax that you were talking about. When you posted that.
So good, so good.
Yeah, they are.
Man of War, I got to see 5 times. The last time I went, I took some younger friends that had never seen a band like that. They were all into the metalcore and all that. And I says, dude, I'm going to take you guys to a real show.
Joe Manu says, true story. I once almost got in a fist fight with Steve Harris from Iron Maiden.
I believe that, Joe.
Joe.
I saw Maiden with Anthrax at the Richfield Coliseum before they tore it down.
Oh,
that was a show. I remember that show, one of my favorite shows of all time. Anthrax, that was with the Persistence of Time album, Iron Maiden and Anthrax. Unbelievable show. That was back in the day where you'd go back into the parking lot of the Richfield Coliseum, and then all the shirts that they didn't sell, they'd be selling them for $10, and we'd sit there and for about $50, we'd get 10 T-shirts.
Right, yeah.
Whatever size you could get. Anyway, man, those were the days. The Richfield, I missed the Richfield Coliseum.
Joe's Tips and Tricks, somewhere up there asked, said, I like a rope fish. Are there 2? No, there's actually 3, but they hide a lot.
There's actually 6 rope fish in here.
There is?
There's 6 total.
There's 6 of them in there?
There's 6 of them, but here's
what
we
2
do.
Right there.
They hide so much.
There's a lot, and if you watch the videos on this tank, you'll see there's a lot of areas that they can go down and hide in here. So one of the places that they go down in these vases, now you can see 3 of them are up here now. There's 3 more. They go underneath those big lava rocks in the back. They go down in these goldfish bowls as well. And they also go down underneath the goldfish bowls where we have the under gravel lights. And there'll be like 2, there'll be 1 or 2 of them in there laying around in that vase, kind of going around in circles, and they'll come up and they'll go back down. They're really cool. And they'll twist around each other like a French braid.
Right, yeah.
And they'll be down in there braided around each other, just hanging out down there. It's really cool.
Yeah, they kind of look like eels, but they're technically not eels, because they have fins.
We love them in this tank, and they've done very well. Recently, they actually got an anchor worm infection. We were talking about that on Father Fish. We never had anchor worms before, ever. I have no idea where they came from. We hadn't added anything new to this tank in how long? We haven't added anything to this tank in so long. No. So I have no idea where they came from. We saw them right away as tiny little babies.
Right.
And we started doing a couple questions about it. I started asking Father Fish. He said, the only thing I could think is that. And they said, well, maybe try to salt the garlic and all this. And I said, I'm going to go right for the flagell. I got the flagell. It was about $25. We did a dose immediately. Within hours, the worms were all gone. So they probably just died and fell off.
Yeah.
But they do. So probably tomorrow morning, we're going to do a second dose just to make sure, because they say, you know, if you got eggs or juveniles or whatever.
Yeah.
But
just
that
seems to help a lot.
It worked really well. That's why this tank's looking a little yellow, because they say don't do a water change. They said do the flagyl, wait, do the second dose, then wait 2 or 3 days, then do a water change.
Sure.
We have not had anything in years. No parasites, no problems, no nothing in any of our tanks in years. And I don't know what happened. I don't know where it came from. I don't know what to do. The only thing that I could think, me and Jack were talking, a lot of times we take, you know, Iastiges, the big red-eared slider, that's whose tank this really is. A lot of times on a nice day, we'll let her run around the yard if we're out there, or we'll let her run around. So maybe she kind of brought something in somehow, hanging out.
Very possible, yeah.
Yeah, she could have brought something in. A lot of times if the yard is like swamped or flooded, she might have, who knows? So we're going to have to be
a bug, a dead bug she stepped on that was already being fed on, and they just clung on. And
yeah, so we're going to have to watch that. But we like letting her outside. She'll run around the yard.
Something like that, or it could have been something like a bunch of the buildup on the bottom of the tank. We do clean it a lot, but it could have been something like that.
Yeah, I mean, from everything we read, they have to be somehow introduced. And, like, we haven't done anything to this tank in so long. So I'm thinking it probably came in on her. Look at this guy. He wants part of the action. He's like, what's up? We didn't feed these guys. We fed these guys really late last night, so I was going to maybe skip a feeding. I don't know. Maybe we'll feed them so you guys could. But we're also finishing another video. We did an update. If you look at the last video we did on this tank, we put this big vase on top.
Right, yeah.
Because we're trying to get, you can see this big, huge female sailfin. She's been trying to get in there. She's been trying to go in there. But she gets a little scared because the male comes over. We have a whole video we shot about this whole escapade. We have this little tiny bristle-nosed in here that is like, even though he's the smallest fish in there, he's like the tank boss, man. He's hilarious. And we call him, Jack calls him Spaz, because he's like a little spaz. He's crazy.
Yeah, he is.
And what he did is he would not let her in there. He went in, he commandeered that thing, and he chased her out every time. It was hilarious.
Private property.
So we did a whole video showing him, and then the female bristlenose finally came in there with him. And I've got video of them dancing around, and he's trying to breed with her. But I think that she wouldn't lay eggs because it was too big in there. So we're gonna,
a little more security.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna find them a smaller cave, and hopefully the bristlenose will breed in that one, and then the big ones will go in this one, because she wants to go in there, but he won't let her in there. It's hilarious.
Huh.
He's like this big. She's like 16 inches, and he's like chasing her out. It's hilarious.
Wow, that's a trip. I didn't think that would happen.
He's got an attitude, man. He's just he's just like our little Lacey, man. He's got an attitude for a
How is Lacey? Was she out sleeping somewhere?
She's with grandma. So a lot of people kind of know who've been following our channel on that. So Lacey is actually the dog of my ex stepdaughter, what was going to be my stepdaughter. So I was engaged to Miranda. We were together for like 11 years. Her daughter actually wanted Lacey and got her soon after we hooked up. And so Lacey was very much a part of our lives. Now, Miranda and I broke up literally almost a year ago, but because of everything going on with COVID and everything, we all just kind of stayed together and, just were cool because nobody knew what was going on.
Yeah, Joe. Lacey does like George Costanza. He's kind of a wuss. He's kind of a scaredy cat.
Yeah. So with what we do is, so Miranda moved out finally in the summer when everything, calmed down, everything. So we kind of do shared parenting with Lacey. She'll kind of keep her for a week or two. She'll bring her back here for a week or two. That's just kind of how we do it, because I work from home, and Lacey got very connected to me because she was just always here with me. And Liz went away to college, and Liz ended up coming back from college, and she got like 2 more dogs, and Lacey doesn't get along with other dogs very well.
She just likes to be alone.
She likes being the center of attention. But the other thing is since I'm here at home a lot of times, if Miranda travels or whatever for work, then, you know, Lacey will stay
Right.
with us, but we figure it out. George Costanza, so a very good friend of ours, Pamela, who you guys have seen in some videos, she'll be in more. Her and I, after being friends for about 23 years, decided to kind of start dating.
Oh, okay.
And so I went through that whole episode after breaking up with Miranda, kind of being being single. And Pam and I decided to, you know, start. And so her dog, she happens to have a wiener dog. His name's George Costanza.
Right.
But he's a total mama's boy. It's hilarious.
He's a wuss.
He is a total wuss.
If you look at him, he's like,
yeah.
I kind of gathered that from the video you showed when he showed up. He's like, oh, okay.
It's hilarious because she just chases him around. He kind of so Lacey's actual boyfriend is we did a video on this a while ago, is a massive big white German Shepherd, about 200 pounds. And
oh yeah,
he's about 10 years old, about 9 years old. He is the dog of one of our very good friends, Jeff, the firefighter, who has been in quite a few of our videos as well.
Right.
And she just loves Caesar. She's never been interested in hanging out with really any other dog. She loves Caesar. And he comes over, you know, every few months or so, he'll come and visit. And oh my gosh, she just goes nuts. She loves hanging out with him. She used to kind of push him around when he was little, but now he's huge. Pardon me.
Sure.
But it's funny. She's just not her. She doesn't realize how small she is. She's got a big attitude.
Oh yeah, they got big personalities and attitudes to boot.
The other reason that Lacey and I kind of connected a little bit is because a few years ago, and we never did a video on this yet, but we are going to.
Right.
We talked a little bit about it. Last year, we did a video of her racing at the Oktoberfest that they do here in Cleveland every year.
Okay.
So every year here in Cleveland, they do the World Wiener Dog races, the World Dachshund races. And I mean, hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands of wiener dogs show up. Thousands and thousands of people.
yeah, it's cute.
She's got about 10 ribbons. She races every year.
Yeah, there's no Oktoberfest Joe this year. Yeah,
but they did not do it this year. So
right,
she did not get to race. So last year when we did the video, we talked a little bit about how she had to skip a year. Lacey actually broke her back, about, well, I want to say 4 or 5 years ago now. We don't really know how it happened, but she jumped off something or whatever, and she broke her back. And she's in excellent shape. You know, it's just one of those things where she twisted, and people say, don't let your dachshund get overweight. She's never been overweight. She's very muscular, very fit, very active.
Yeah.
But she twisted it. She did something. And so we had to rehab her, and they actually thought she was going to die. She was completely paralyzed, pretty much from the chest down for, I would say, about a week. Did the surgery.
Yeah, she tried to walk, and she tried to walk with her arms. It was funny.
It was very sad. It was very sad too.
Yeah.
And so we did the surgery, and we rehabbed her. And because I work from home and everything, for about 2 or 3 weeks, every 2 to 3 hours, even during the middle of the night, I would get her up. I had to carry her with like a little, almost like a scarf around her back legs.
Sure, yeah.
I would have to take her around. I would take her for walks. I would take her in the yard. I would have to toilet her. I would have to squeeze her bladder so she would go to the. I mean, it was a good thing I worked as a rehab nurse because, I mean, honestly, my skills came in very helpful.
Oh, and, imagine.
And she ended up really wanting to kind of give up. She really didn't. She didn't want to go push it. And what I decided was I started using some trigger words. So I had her outside a couple times trying to walk her. And I noticed the mailman went by. She hates the mailman. Hates the mailman. And she kind of barked, and I noticed her try to move. So then every time I would take her out, I started saying, there's that mailman, you know, or where's that mailman? Or then I would say, where's that rabbit? Because she always tries to get the rabbits and stuff.
Right.
And lo and behold, about 24 hours after just keeping at her, her legs started moving, and she started getting all of her muscles just turned to mush. Her hips, her legs, everything was gone. She completely went like atrophied. So she started coming back slowly, and after about 6 months, you could never even tell she had the injury. She was right back to her old self.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you would have told anybody that she broke her back from seeing the video like the last one, you never would have known. Sometimes
people in the videos just notice you could see a little bit of her scar on the back still through her hair. and people will notice and they'll say, you know, oh my goodness, what is that? And I said, you know what? We got to do a whole video on that. We never did.
Right.
So we're going to tell that whole story and go over that.
Video. That would be a really good video.
I wish I would have documented some of it along the way, but at that point in time, I was very, very, very busy. We hadn't even started the YouTube channel yet.
Sure, yeah.
And I didn't even have like a smartphone or nothing. You know, back when I worked as a nurse, I had a flip phone. I didn't even know what YouTube was. I was busy all the time. You weren't even allowed to carry a phone on you. Now, if you go to the ICU, the nurses are walking around with iPhones and they're looking stuff up on them.
Right, yeah.
When I worked as a nurse, I started this job 7-8 years ago. If they even saw you with your phone on you, they took it away till the end of the day and you got wrote up.
Yeah.
Things are just different.
Yeah. Shoot, till like what, 7 years ago? The only phone I had was a landline still. I mean, I didn't have a cell phone or nothing. Yeah. And just one day, it's just like everybody has these cell phones. Well, you can Google this and you look up this. All right, fine. I got me a little inexpensive one.
Yeah.
I haven't looked back since. Now I got ones, all the bells and whistles.
Yeah.
And I can figure out how to operate 90% of them.
It's well, like, Jack, we actually have a video. It's pretty funny. When we first started the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
At the rec center, me and Jack were there swimming one day in the wintertime. We went swimming, and there's still a payphone in the lobby.
Oh, wow.
Just in case there's an emergency or if a kid needs picked up or whatever.
Right.
And Jack was like, what is this thing? And I go, dude, I'm totally taking out my camera here. So if you watch it, it's only like a minute long.
Right.
I put the thing on him, and he's looking at it. He picks up and he goes, where's the camera on this phone? And I'm like, dude, that's an old school phone. That's a pay phone. He's like, what's a pay phone?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
I know. I do know that you had to, if you didn't have money, it gave you like it gave you like a minute to say something. And we were watching the Goldbergs one time, and the character on one of the characters like says it really fast. So I asked him, I'm like, why does he have to do that? Because if you don't pay, it gives you a very short time. So I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
Right.
It's kind of cool though.
Oh yeah, Atkins, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I mean,
it's the old rotaries, but it's totally confused people.
Oh yeah, we had a rotary phone growing up. I hated that thing.
Oh yeah, it's like those things are crazy. Back then.
What's a payphone? I mean, I'm telling you, Cameron, it was hilarious because we walked by this thing, I don't know how many times, we just never noticed it. And then one day he's like, what is that thing? And I'm like, dude, it's a phone. It was So we made a little video. It's on one of our playlists. I don't know.
I knew about the old the one you were just talking about, the winder ones where you would like
the rotary phone.
Yeah. But the thing that sucked about that is that if you messed up, you had to do the whole thing over again.
Yeah.
So if you messed up like the last one, you had to do it over again. So
Atkins Aquariums. What's up, guys? Look at all these people coming in here. Nice to see everybody. Lori.
Yeah.
What's up, Lori? You gotta love Joe. He just never stops messing with people.
Yeah, right.
I love
you hysterical, dude.
I love when we watch other people's videos and we see his comments. Yeah. It's always hilarious.
Oh yeah. Mrs. Collins would be a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ever show Jack the old party lines?
Oh,
yeah, you know what I'm talking about, don't you?
I do, because I knew that before.
That's funny.
Told me because, actually, I don't know. Sometimes I'm playing with my friend or my cousin or something, and we were on like walkie-talkies, and it was like good brand ones. So I like pressed it, and I heard like another conversation. So like the radio channel's like intertwined or something. So I asked him about that, and he was like, "Oh, we actually had that on like an actual phone." Because it would like intertwine with different calls.
They used to charge you for all that. Oh, there's Daniel keeping fish. What's up, dude?
Daniel. Hey, buddy.
What's up, dude? You haven't posted a video in a while, man. We got a little worried about you there. You okay, dude? Hopefully. I know a lot of people have been getting sick and stuff, man. It sucks.
Yeah. There's people getting sick left and right anymore.
Well, again, back to what we were talking about with the metal stuff, though.
Right.
I'm going to have a really hard time not trying to. there's a couple good shows coming. I want to start taking Jack to some of these shows. He's old enough now. He's bigger.
Right.
I mean, I ain't taking him down in the pit. I'm over the pit days myself.
Yeah.
I broke my nose enough time. It's funny because people make comments about my nose in a couple of videos.
Well, I'll let you finish.
Yeah, you know where they mosh up front. I've showed you some videos and stuff. But
and 7 concussions from that. That and stage diving.
Oh my gosh, I stage dived.
Yeah, 7 concussions, like 3 or 4 broken ribs. Dislocated my shoulder. And was in a punk rock, slam dancing and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
People make comments about my nose sometimes on the videos, and I go, dude, it used to look normal, but then I broke it about 12 times. Well, between you know, moshing, and then I did all the MMA stuff and jiu-jitsu and judo, and then Jack did it when he was little. We did that. You know, I mean, you just break it, and then you know, a lot of people have said to me, you know, you could get that fixed. And I'm like, nah, it's part of my character, man. It's part of my history.
This character's a conversation piece.
Yeah, I'm taking it with me. And it's funny, too, because it looks pretty normal from the front. But then you go like this, and people are like, my septum goes like this. And they're like, what the hell happened to you? And I go, a lot of mosh pits. That's what happened to me.
Yes, absolutely. Well, you got these things, the wall of death. It's like, no way would I get in that. I wouldn't get in that in my younger days when I would get crazy stuff. Did you ever see those walls of death?
Oh, yes.
Oh, my God. It's like, no, I'll pass.
Yeah,
I'm 56. There ain't no way. That'd kill me.
Yeah, I've seen a couple pretty big Slayer shows. Well, I saw Slayer and Hatebreed together. That was probably one of my favorite shows of all time. And it was a small venue. It was at the Cleveland Agora, which was really crazy. And that was one of the most brutal. But I will tell you this, the absolute most brutal pit, since we're talking about pits now.
Right.
If anybody, well, a lot of you guys probably remember Ice-T's metal band Body Count. They recently came out with an album about a year ago. So we actually, he does. We actually opened for Body Count at Peabody's. I will never forget how cool he was. And you know Coco, his wife Coco, right?
Oh yeah.
I will never. This is one of my favorite stories because a lot of girls I know, they follow Coco and they watch the reality show and they follow.
Right.
I will never forget this as long as I live. So we opened for them. He just hung out. Like, he's not like a stuck-up dude. Like, he just hung out in the club with everybody.
Right.
And I'm sitting there. We're hanging out at our booth. I turn around. There's Ice-T and Coco standing next to me. And I go, what's up, guys? And my first wife, well, my second wife, Jack's mother, actually looks a lot like Coco. She was there. So her and Coco started talking.
Sure.
And then me and Ice-T were talking. And so Coco and your mom were talking, and me and Ice-T were talking. Apparently we have the same taste in women. And because they look like twins. And so and so we start talking, and he's asking me about the band. And I says, hey, we're opening up. We're going on right before you. Come check us out. Him and Coco stood right next to my guitarist the whole set, watched our whole entire set. They were so cool to us. I got pictures with them. I don't know where they are, but that was a blasty blast. But previous to that, I saw Body Count. Listen to this lineup: Body Count, Exodus.
Oh wow!
And Propane, one of my favorite all-time New York bands of all time. Propane, who I love. The three of those guys played the Cleveland Agora. Propane opened. And I was Black and Blue before they were even done. And then Exodus went. And that was just a thrash fest. I mean, everyone went crazy. Because you had the punk dudes, you had the rap dudes, you had the metal dudes. Everybody was moshing together. It was beautiful.
Wow. That's awesome.
And then Body Count went. And that was the most brutal pit I've ever been in my entire life. Hands down.
I can imagine. I
still have a scar on my right shin from that Body Count show from a hardcore punk chick that kicked me with her, her boots.
Dang.
And it left such a bad scar. It's still there.
Wow, that's pretty bad.
People are
That's
like,
pretty bad.
"What's that scar from?" I go, "It's from a girl from the body count pit."
I love it.
But those
That's
were the days,
awesome.
man. We're probably, so I talked to my guitarist a little bit. We're probably going to upload some of our music.
Oh yeah.
We had 2 albums that we did. One was like an underground album. One was actually with a record company.
Excellent.
And it was pretty fun. We started a channel years ago, but we just never kept up with it because it was too much and it was annoying.
Yeah.
Probably what I'll do is I'll just put the whole album on a playlist and upload it to our channel. And I'll just say, hey, this isn't for everybody. It's old school Cleveland hardcore. But if you want some good workout music or whatever, check it out. And then that's it.
I think music videos get a lot of views. Like, look up the song Despacito. No, Despacito is nothing like what you did. I shouldn't even mention the same sentence. But, like, the point is that music gets a lot more views than some other stuff. You know,
yes, music gets a lot of views.
People like to listen to it multiple times. So if you do it like 100 times, that's just from you 100 views. So
yeah. Listen, Joe. Let me tell you, I could talk for a week straight about all the shows and I could talk for. I could tell you stories you wouldn't even believe. All the bands we met, all the things we did, but I don't talk about it a lot because a lot of it's inappropriate. For one thing, and for another thing. It was a good time, and it was when I was younger, and it was a lot of fun. But I brought Jack up to be very open-minded about music. We love all kinds of music, but sometimes when you're working out, you want to put on something heavy. But we listen to a very diverse playlist. Like if we're working out and we're in the garage or we're doing something, we might listen to some rap. We might listen to some Parkway Drive. We love Parkway Drive. Awesome Australian band. Under kind of hardcore.
I like Imagine Dragons.
Imagine Dragons. We might throw an Imagine Dragons song.
Yeah.
We change it up. And I play drums my whole entire life. I'll never stop loving playing.
I gotta get a drink.
Jack's got to get a drink. But he never had a lot of interest in any one particular type of music. He never had any massive interest in playing an instrument. He messed around with a couple different instruments. But, I think someday I might get another drum set and maybe he and I will share it. I don't have one anymore. But, all of these hobbies, the main reason we started this channel, the main reason we started Jack and Dan was to just kind of, being a wellness coordinator, I work with a lot of people. And what I find when a lot of people go off the rails when it comes to their health and wellness, and I don't just mean their physical health, their mental health, their emotional health. I talk to a lot of people that are addicted to drugs and tobacco and alcohol and all that. I am a tobacco cessation counselor. I do all that stuff. One thing that I always find in common with all of these sorts of things is people lose their passion for other things.
Right.
If they start getting addicted to nicotine or caffeine or whatever it is, they forget about all the stuff that they used to love when they were younger, whether it's music, whether it's aquariums, whether it's working out, whether it's plants or gardening or landscaping or painting, whatever it is. You have to you gotta have a healthy hobby. Yeah. And I remember we talked a lot about this to Father Fish when we did the video with him. He interviewed us and put a video on his channel. And he said, and a lot of people don't know the reason that his store is called Father Fish is he was a priest.
Left Eye Pat, hey.
He was actually a priest.
Left Eye Pat, I got that package. I haven't done anything with it yet because I literally got it 5 minutes before I came downstairs. Be checking that out soon. He makes hot sauce.
Well, speaking of hot sauce, we might do a shot with you later.
Whenever you're ready. What do you got?
So this is what we did. We were shopping at Trader Joe's this weekend, and this is probably nothing compared to what you got. But I went up to the employee and I said, "What's the hottest stuff you got?" He said, "Trader Joe's habanero This is made in South Africa. It says
Really?
this habanero sauce is scandalingly, incendiarily hot. If you crave the burn, you'll love this sauce.
Yeah, it sounds pretty legit to me. And it
What do you
looks
think?
Legit.
You think it's BA? I don't know. We're gonna find out.
Looks interesting. Because I brought down a couple of them. I'm not saying I'm gonna try both, but one of them is Alice Cooper's "Welcome to My Nightmare."
Oh yeah.
Yep. Alice Cooper's got into the hot sauce business.
These rock stars, man.
I'm trying to decide which one I want to do, either that one or the. Wait.
Larry, have you ever gone? I assume you've gone to Taco Bell before. What's your favorite hot sauce of them?
Oh, their fire's not bad. It's nice mild sauce.
Yeah, I like the Diablo because it's not like it's the hottest they have, sure. But
I haven't tried that yet because I haven't been to Taco Bell in quite a while because I don't eat red meat. So
yeah, I don't. When I go there, I get like bean burritos and rice.
Rounded Rob, what's up?
But it's good.
Hey, Rob, yo.
There's another Ohio guy.
It's good with beans because it's dry, so it adds something to it.
Yeah.
So it's funny because Joe Muniz said Judas Priest. No, he was not a member of Judas Priest, Joe. He was a priest. That's why he's called Father Fish. And so very interesting. So he actually never told anybody that. And then if you watch the interview Jack does with him on our channel, we have that on one of our playlists. I think aquatic
tips and tricks. Yes, he did.
Yeah. So
Jim Farmer, hi, how are you? Welcome to the channel.
Basically, he was a retired priest, and he worked in missions, and he helped a lot of people to deal with stress and all. Hey, Cameron, take it easy, man. Get some rest over there. He's probably at a totally weird hour than us.
Scotty Fish, thank you so much for joining the chat and joining my channel. I appreciate you. I will come visit you.
So he said, we talked a little bit about aquariums being a good coping mechanism, being a good, and he said, that's why I started this whole thing. That's why I got people into it. A lot of the mission work that he did, a lot of the people that he would try to help.
Sure.
And I'll tell you what, if you ever go down to Florida and if you ever get a chance to go to that place, it is one of, it's, like we did a tour of like Best in Pets around us. We did a tour of that pet, Ben Franklin store, that 50-year-old pet store.
The one. Yeah, you did a video on it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those kind of places. They're once in a while you might find one. So those are really cool. So that's the kind of place. That's the kind of place that Father Fish's is, and it's amazing.
Sure.
And if you go down to Florida, make sure you go see him.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
Tell him, because it's awesome. We're going to probably go back. If we end up going for spring break, we're going to go back. But we were also going to hook up with we were going to go to New Orleans. We had to cancel that.
Oh, bummer.
And I went already. I went already, but I wanted to take Jack because I kind of found out after going, there's actually a lot of stuff for families to do during the day.
Right, yeah.
I'm not going to take them out at night.
No.
Definitely not. Stay off Bourbon Street.
Yeah. Well, I actually stayed right there.
Yeah, I'm not interested in nighttime. I don't want to be toilet papered.
Yeah. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Oh, sounds like it.
And I'll probably take them. And there was a couple people on YouTube that we hooked up with that say, hey, if you come to New Orleans, come and see us. That's the great part about starting this channel. So Joe was asking, when did we start this channel? It's almost been 2 years since we posted our first video. But the thing is when we started this channel, we really kind of just posted a few videos. We didn't really start like a channel at all, We just posted a couple of our tanks. What we did with those is we sent those videos to Animal Planet. Because some of our designs, like the Aqua Cave and some of the pen out, so some of those were things that we never saw anybody do on YouTube or anything. So what we did is we sent those. I basically just went on Animal Planet's website and we emailed everybody from the show Tanked and all the producers and everybody. We literally just emailed the video.
Sure,
and then about a month later, we got an email back.
That was really exciting.
From Wade King. And Wade, of course, Wade from Tanked.
Right, yeah.
And Wade started a side project called Wade's Laser Lighting, with a company called Versalume with little laser lights that are actually waterproof that you can put like inside the tank.
Really?
And so they got a hold of us and they sent us a whole bunch of these, probably about what, 5 or 6 of them.
Probably.
And they said, hey, and we're talking hundreds of dollars worth of lights. They go, we want you guys to incorporate this into your design, make us a video, send it back to us. And we're like, cool, awesome. I mean, we literally uploaded one video to YouTube. And not only did the guys from Tanked get back to us, who's the other guy that got back to us? Remember who commented on that video? First video we ever posted on YouTube.
That's on tip of my tongue.
Yeah.
Foo the Flower Horn.
Foo the Flower Horn. So if you've never seen Foo the Flower Horn, he's like got millions of subscribers, one of the biggest fish tubers on YouTube.
Yeah, I haven't seen him. I've heard of him, though.
Oh, he's unbelievable, man. He's unbelievable. And we followed him. We watched him. And if you go look at that first video we ever posted of this tank with some of the other designs, I would say, I don't know, maybe about 2 weeks after we posted that video, he commented on it. And he was like, this is such an awesome design. Great job. We literally had like 12 subscribers at the time.
Dang.
And I go to Jack. I remember I woke up and I saw it and I go, dude, you're not going to believe who just commented on our freaking video. And he was like, who? And I go, Foo the Flower Horn told us, made this great comment and complimented us.
Because he does some. Not only is his fish really cool, but he remember. I think he still does these episodes. But you know how he like did the thing where he like made it look cool and he like changed it up like during the video in like fast motion, and he would like put like moss around it and then feed the fish. He would feed food.
Yes.
And he would like do a bunch of stuff in the tank. I like that.
He just does a really good job and really neat little designs, and just he's really cool and puts music to it, puts a lot of time to it. He's an artist. I mean, the guy's an artist and he's very inspiring, has a lot of followers. People that aren't even into aquariums at all follow his channel just because they like watching him. But it's amazing. You'll see he'll release a video and it'll literally be an hour later and it'll have like 350,000 views.
Wow.
Like in a matter of an hour. And I thought, this guy complimented our stupid little video? That's crazy. And
that's awesome.
When you have about under 30 subscribers, you have like people can't find you on YouTube. They got to do like searching, like, because your name won't pop up. I remember when we only had like almost 100, it started to like look like, if you look it up now, you could see it. But like when someone just starts, either they have to send you the link or you have to really like you have to search for it.
Yeah.
So basically, between doing some videos with Versalume and that, it kind of inspired us to say, hey, let's do some more.
Right.
And when we moved here, we kind of had to start over with all the fish stuff. I used to have big fish rooms and all this. So as we said, hey, as we're adding more tanks and as we're doing this, let's start documenting it. Let's start posting on YouTube.
Right.
And let's kind of see where it goes. And then about 6 months after that, I saw a video with Ohio Fish Rescue. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, Ohio Fish Rescue, they grew very, very quickly. They only had about 10 or 20,000 subscribers a year or so ago.
Yeah, right.
And I watched one of their videos and I recognized Big Rich from like the whole band scene.
Sure, yeah.
We never like played together, but he played with some of the guys from Mushroom Head. We played with Mushroom Head all the time. We knew a lot of those guys. I saw him at shows and stuff. And I recognized him and I sent him an email and I said, hey, dude, we don't live that far from you. I'm a metalhead like you are. We're a father-son thing, just like you and Josh are. How about we come out and we'll do a video with you guys? And this was like literally before they did the pond and the pool, before anything.
I remember in the pond. I mean, the pool was actually kind of deep, but
it was a pool.
It was like 10 feet deep, to be honest. Yeah. It was pretty deep. And I remember it looked like that. I remember, of course, their backyard. They didn't have the koi pond yet. That's fairly new.
Yeah, Joe's right. So Steve Poland. And I talked to Steve Poland because he actually lives around us too, but he's not really doing much anymore. Yeah. I don't know what the deal is there, but he did a video on Big Rich, and that was one of the things that really exploded them. That thing has 10 or 20 million views or something like that.
Oh, wow.
That just, Poland was good about how he did things. He knew how to work the algorithm and stuff. Sure. And that really kicked them off. Yes, he is. Poland's in Ohio too. In fact, I think he doesn't live far from us. I think he's in Westlake or something, if I remember right. Wow. But anyway, so we went out there, we met them, and it just started a nice relationship. Big Rich and I started talking about the old days and talking about metal and fish and PB Aquatics. What's up? And
1 second. It left eye Pat. No, I'm not using that new camera. That thing's actually going back because it's actually junk. It's not worth it. I bought a new camera. There's going to be like a little webcam. This thing is junk. It takes horrible pictures. The site you got to go to get all your things together. You're supposed to be able to broadcast to YouTube with all of it. It takes terrible pictures. The entire site, nothing works. I literally took a 30-second video. It took me 20 minutes just to be able to watch it. So it's going back.
You talking about just like a
like,
webcam?
I'm done. What now?
You talking about just like a webcam?
Yeah. That new one I just bought like 2 days ago.
Oh, yeah.
That thing. It literally took me 2 hours just to figure out where the free part was on their site. Went through all the rigmarole of that there, figuring out the camera. Then it takes you 20 minutes to upload it, and you can't even upload it to their own site because nothing works. You got to load it to your own. Jump through. I had to jump through like 7 or 8 different hoops just to play a 30-second video with a super grainy picture and sound. Unless you got the camera like right up against your mouth, you can't hear yourself.
So they're gonna let you just take it back?
Oh yeah, I'm just taking it back.
All right.
I'm gonna go.
So Left Eye Patch says he lives next to West. What city you live in, man? You in like North Olmsted or something, or Avon?
Westlake's my neighbor city. The thing with Jigger is the thing with
Oh, you're
right,
in Bay Village, okay? Yeah, Jack just had a track meet in Bay. Like that was his last one, like a week ago.
You know, that was probably the hardest one because, I don't want to be gross, but I had to put my hands in my mouth to get enough moisture out because it was so cold.
It was cold that day, yeah.
You want to keep up, but it's like you physically can't. Like people are like, oh, you got to keep going. You know, your body don't want to go any faster.
There was a lot of cold days at his track meets, but you never got rained on once, though. You were really lucky this year.
Once, but it was like a little bit. It wasn't that much. But yeah,
we're in North Ridgeville, man. Yeah, we live in Ridgeville, but we live right where they all intersect. So it's like Westlake, Avon, North Ridgeville, North Olmsted. We live kind of like right in the corner of all those cities. It's a nice area. We like it here a lot. That's why we moved here. It's kind of like you got a little bit of the woods and the parks and stuff, but not too much. You know, I mean, you know, it's really kind of neat.
Mine is 5.
There's Pamela.
Hi, Pamela.
She probably just got off work. She probably just got off work. But yeah, so Pamela is so we met years ago. She's a personal trainer. I was a personal trainer. When I first got out of nursing school, nobody was hiring new grads.
Right.
And so I started a personal training business, and I was like playing in the band and training people and managing a car wash. And then I was also working at a pet store. I worked at RMS. We did a tour of RMS. We need to do another tour of RMS because they've added a lot of stuff. But she's still at work. So we kind of connected, and we've, kind of been friends ever since, on and off. She then went out to California, and she was like a big fancy personal trainer to the stars and stuff out there.
Oh, wow.
But she came back home. She now is working as a wellness director at a big wellness facility. She is going to be starting a YouTube channel soon as well. And so because she does a lot of Instagram and all that kind of stuff. And she's like, I want to start a YouTube channel too to help my clients like you did. And so Jack and I are going to help her to kind of start her own YouTube channel.
Yeah, cool.
She just kind of posted some stuff, but she's really cool. Wednesday, we got a big Wellness Wednesday video coming out that she'll be in, and some of our other friends too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's cool because actually this is cool because at school like I told my friends and stuff, and I remember 5th grade it actually like it started to get like bigger, so I told some of my friends, and then last year 6th grade people started knowing. Then my friend Hayden,
Right.
I told him, and he started a YouTube channel because of that, because he thought it was cool. So it's pretty cool.
Sounds like it.
For the most part, we just really love connecting with people everywhere and meeting people everywhere and helping people everywhere.
Yeah.
It is absolutely amazing
Mm-hmm.
if I wake up in the morning and if I see a comment from somebody across the other side of the world.
Right. Yeah.
And they say, and it doesn't matter to me whether it's about a recipe or a workout or a fish tank, whatever it is.
Right.
If they say, you know what, this helped me, thanks guys.
Yeah.
I show that to Jack, and I want him to know. And I'll tell you what, if you want to, I tell you what, if you want to feel real good about your life, go to Jack's Bridge Aquarium video. That has almost 2 million views now. That's the video that that interesting engineering website picked up and did a story on us about. And it like went viral. It has 3,000 or 4,000 comments. Read through those comments, and you'll start to see people. You'll start to see people like, I wish that my dad would have done things like this with me.
Sure.
Or
Yeah.
I wish that, and I mean thousands of comments. And me and Jack during COVID, there's Chewy. Yeah. What's up, dude? During COVID, when everybody was locked up, we would just sit there every night and read dozens of comments.
Sure, yeah.
From kids all around the world.
Yeah,
it was sad, man. But the cool part about it, you know what I would always say back? I answered, if you look at those comments, we took the time to answer every single one of them.
So I always liked about you.
And here's what we said. We said, look, my dad, not a real good guy. Not a real nice guy.
Mine either.
So here's what I did. I changed that. Me and my brothers, we said, you know what? We're going to be different to our kids. And that's why we started this YouTube channel. That's why we do these things together, because we want to show people, like, do stuff with your kids, do things together, do some projects, work on things together,
Yeah, Daniel Keeping Fish said, ain't no one as good as a trainer as me. I train Nessie how to stay under the radar. Keep it to yourself.
That's great. Yeah, so, I will tell you, yes, broke the chain, Rob. And that's what I told people. For me, the heavy metal and all that was a good outlet. I hung around a good group of people. I went straight edge. I went hardcore. I went vegan. I never drank. I never smoked. I never did drugs. None of it. I went straight edge, and I found out lots of great coping mechanisms and hobbies and outlets. And I said, that's how I'm going to raise my son, and that's the kind of relationship I'm going to have. And I will tell you, it is amazing how your little video of your little fish tank, if you read through those comments, the amount of people that got touched by that, it's unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it amazing, buddy?
I like it because it's cool, because I remember, like you said, when we had like 10 subscribers, I remember we didn't think it would be this big. Also, I was going to say, what was I going to say?
About the comments?
No. I forgot what I was going to say.
That's okay.
Keep going, I remember.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what it was about for us. That's what it was about for us. And we really like talking to those people. I remember when I played in the band and kids would come up after shows. And everybody, all the other bands, they were getting hammered, or they were getting high, or they were trying to get on the groupies. But I would sit there and I would talk to these kids that were 15, 16, 17, telling me about how they were suicidal, telling me about how their parents sucked, telling me how, and I would talk to them till 2 or 3 in the morning until the club kicked us out. And to me, that's what it was about. It was about helping these kids and stuff. And that's what it's always been about for me.
Yeah, the sad thing is there's some of these bands out there that I almost feel like they encourage you to say, "Oh, you feel suicidal? Go for it, man," or whatever.
Yeah.
I've heard about some of them. I haven't heard all their names. It's like, I'm sorry, anybody's like that. You just need to turn your back and walk away from people like that, 'cause that's insane.
Yeah, didn't you work in a juvenile prison?
Yeah, so my first job, because no one was hiring nurses,
Right.
I actually worked in a treatment facility for gang kids that were between like the ages of 13.
Yeah, tell some stories.
I'm not going to start with that. There's a lot of stories. There's a place called Parmadale that you may have heard of. It was a big, huge orphanage, and then it became a treatment center in Parma. And it's shut down now. The Catholic diocese used to own it. But, yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about. For people like me and Pamela, for people, other people that work in this kind of field, you know, you're always, I mean, ultimately, you're always a nurse. That's who you are as a person. And as a very young person, I identified with the fact that I had the energy to help other people. And it didn't matter if it was through my band. It didn't matter if it was at work. It didn't matter if it was with the YouTube channel, whatever it is. You know, we try to inspire people and motivate people to say, hey, take charge of your life, be strong, be healthy, find some good coping mechanisms. I've worked with veterans. For years, I worked with veterans. I worked with people with PTSD, all that stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, back about the alcohol thing, I was going to say, I know people get addicted to alcohol, and I know I'm going to say this, but, like, I sniffed alcohol like once or something, and it was like I did not. I was gonna puke. I did not want to even put that close to me because it like hurts. Like I don't know, but like it would. You'd think it would taste like it hurts.
Yeah, I mean, I told Jack, I said, when you get older, you can decide to do whatever you want. But if you decide to live a life like I do, then that's great. And if you decide not to, but I'm gonna, you know.
Right. 1 second. I'm gonna let you keep talking, but I gotta run to the other room real quick.
Sure, go ahead. We're going to say hi to some people. Marco's up. What's up, Marco? Nice to see you, man. Hey, Daniel, you know, we love you too, man. Thanks so much. You always have such wonderful, wonderful comments. We did a big shout-out video the other day that's going to be coming out Friday where we showed Jack's Wall of Fame. We added some new people to it. It's kind of a long video, but it's really fun and it's really good. We're not going to give any spoilers, right?
Yeah.
But you had a lot of fun on this one.
I did have a lot of fun. I think about 90% of the video was towards me, and the rest was towards, like, the shout-outs. But it was so cool because, like, we talked...
The way we did it.
I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah. It was. You guys will like it. And again, you guys know we're pretty good about having our emails out there. It's metalroar@aol.com.
Let me just give a tiny spoiler. I have a superpower. Let's just say that.
There's Roy. What's up, Roy from Spoiled Fish? We mentioned you in the shout-out video coming up Friday, too. We haven't seen you in a while.
How you doing, buddy?
Hope you're doing okay. Yeah, Daniel. I was reading Daniel's response, too. He's okay. He was just busy. Yeah, I mean, you know, if we connect with somebody on YouTube, we don't see him for a while, it makes us kind of nervous, you know, especially with everything going on. So I'm glad everybody's okay. Yeah. Hopefully you're doing good, too, Roy.
Yeah, there's a lot of people having some issues here and there that makes you worried about them.
Well, you know, it's tough. It's tough with everything going on. And, you know, it's like, but, you know, at the same time, I mean, regardless of what happens, they're finally starting to really address some of the issues. They're talking about overall health. They're talking about building a strong immune system. They're finally talking about the issues, and they're also talking about how us human beings are treating the planet.
They're talking about like
more.
I know people will give me flack for this. They're like, "Oh, you're a 12-year-old." But let me tell whoever says that. Let me say this. Is that, you know, when you say, "Oh, this is important," and there's things that are important, but when you say, you know, this is important, then the planet's number one. If you don't have a planet, then where are you going to live? You're not going to go live on Mars. That's not practical.
That's silly.
That's not going to happen.
100 years maybe.
And people are like, "Oh, I'm going to be gone by then." It's going to keep happening.
But and this is one of the things that we talk about too is we're going to go to Mars. We're just going to screw that planet up.
Right.
Yeah.
So we really need to learn. You know,
on Earth, you don't have to wear a giant spacesuit.
Yeah. we have to take better care of our planet. If anybody thinks, believe me, I worked in infectious disease now for almost 30 years.
Right.
I did rounds with the top infectious disease doctor from, university hospitals and Cleveland Clinic.
Right.
We have to take better care of our planet.
Mm-hmm.
If we do, a lot of this stuff it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
People
you're cutting down the Amazon rainforest and stuff so you can build condos. That's,
yeah.
Some of these forests been around since dawn of time. You don't know what's in there and what you're releasing by chopping these trees
like
down,
the ice.
digging up the dirt.
Yeah, it's just like the ice. I mean, they're finding that there's viruses that are, 1 million years old that are thawing out from the ice. I mean, you can't start messing around.
Yeah. Why would you want to thaw out a 1 million-year-old virus?
Not me.
Seriously.
I don't want to.
No.
You know what's funny is that I'm not gonna I'm not like being funny. I'm being serious here. If you, Larry, I assume you've seen the movie Pacific Rim or Godzilla or those things.
Oh yeah.
They also said this in Diary of a Wimpy Kid. The main character Gregory, he was like, I'm afraid if they keep messing up the climate, that something in the ice is gonna come out, possibly a monster or something. Not that big, but I mean,
prehistoric animals that we don't know about that you can't see eventually gets thawed out.
Yeah, we don't know.
Trees, you never know.
Yeah, Joe was on a boat. I mean, he was in the service, and I've seen it too, Joe. I watch a lot of these documentaries. I've done a lot of support for these kind of thing. It is unbelievable. I deal a lot with the EPA recommendations because I work with a lot of women that are pregnant, and I counsel them, and I talk to them. The EPA at this point in time, because there's so much BPA in the ocean, which is basically just broken down microplastic, that they are now recommending that even if a woman is considering getting pregnant in the next year, to not have anything out of the ocean at all, nothing. That's how bad it is. The mercury, the lead, the BPA, the effects that this has on a fetus is unbelievable. So again, and I know Chewy does a lot of this kind of stuff. Chewy posts a lot of this kind of stuff, documentaries and things like this. We have to take better care. If we think that we can just do whatever we want to the planet and it's not going to come back at us, we are so wrong.
Yeah, and it's funny because people are like, oh, we're going to destroy the world. And, I don't like that phrase because we're not going to destroy the world. It's vice versa.
Yeah, it's us.
We're going to put ourselves out of, we're going to put ourselves.
The world's going to be fine.
Yeah, people don't believe stuff like global warming. They call it climate change. It's climate change, global warming, tomato. It's all been because we're polluting the air. We're polluting waters, land. Yeah. I mean, when I was Jack's age, right now, it'd be in the 30s, normal. Trees are already stripped of their leaves and everything. And winters, winter finished up in Indiana by the beginning of Easter. Now it goes on longer. The summer is twice as hot. You can't even go outside. I mean, you used to get snow. Now you just get rain and ice around here in Cincinnati area. You used to get snow. When you do get snow, you get 8 to 12 inches all at once. Then it melts and goes away because all of a sudden it's 60 degrees. Then it's 30 degrees. Then it's 70 degrees. Then it's back down to the 20s. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the atmosphere. No, not at all.
Yeah, well, the problem is a lot of these things have become political when they're not political. They're scientific.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're simply scientific. And it's the same thing when it comes to anything, when it comes to food or agriculture. So I study a lot of these things. And when people want to argue about it, I don't argue with them. I just say, hey, look, here's the thing. When I read research, I read double-blind, placebo-controlled, independent research studies.
Right.
So you can get your information where you want it from. I go to PubMed, I read research studies, and I make sure they're independent. Like, for instance, I'm not going to read a cholesterol study that's done by the dairy industry. I'm not going to do it because I know it's baloney. So you got to look at where your sources come from. And so when I work with people and when I talk to people about things, Daniel keeping fish. Yeah, global warming has been linked to excessive use of hot sauce. That may be true.
We'll find out.
So, at the end of the day, I mean, these are the kind of things we like to bring to attention. That's why we talk to people about eating more plant-based, reducing animal agriculture. We're not preaching to anybody. We're not trying to turn anybody. you do what you want, but you know what? Be careful where you get your information from, because a lot of information's bad.
Do what you want, but don't be smart. Like, don't read. Don't believe the first thing you hear about.
Yeah.
For real.
So
you got to do your own research. I mean, everybody and their brother can say, prime example, the epistogrammas I got. I've read 3 different people saying, "Oh, you only have to change the water once a month because they're that hardy." No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you once a month? Why would you leave them in the same stagnant type water, even if you're taking care of it, and only change it once a month and do a 50% water change? Now I heard 3 people say that, but then I hear, no, you do them normal. So yeah, I'm gonna do them normal once a week, 10%.
Oh, it's unbelievable the amount of advice we get from people about our aquariums. And I don't really talk to a lot of people about it. What I do say, because people do make comments sometimes, and people make like, I posted a couple videos on our on our solar panels, and people were like, "Oh, well, that wouldn't be." And I go, "Dude,
thank you."
I go, "You don't live where I live. You might live in a different place, and is Pam got to go? See you later, Pam."
Yeah, back to work.
So, I tell people, like, maybe kilowatts are more expensive where you live. Maybe they're less expensive. Maybe you don't have, maybe you didn't have a teenage girl living in your house like I did. Whatever, I go, your situation is going to be different. The reason that we made this video about our panels or whatever, or our wood burners or our aquariums, is that's how it worked for us.
Right.
It might be different for you, but what we're trying to do is encourage people to at least look into it.
Right. Yeah.
And we're saying, hey, you know what? If you ever had questions about this, it worked really well for us. Maybe look into it, because a lot of people, what they do is they just kind of say, hey, whatever. What are you trying to show me?
Joe's Tips and Tricks said Tetris said do water change every 30 days on their new ad.
Yeah. I think overall the biggest thing is what we try to do is we try to get people to think and learn and try different things. And that's what I see with a lot of the fish tubers and the type of people that we've connected with. They've said, hey, we're whatever. But people have told us, like, Iastigi's been in this tank set up with these fish for 3 years. And everybody's like, you can't have turtles with fish. Well, there she is. She's 3 years old.
Put her with the crayfish.
Go out in nature. You see turtles with fish every day.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's certain circumstances. She grew up with fish. She grew. We raised her from an egg. I mean, she was a week old. We got her from a guy that had babies. Jack raised her from a baby, and she grew up with fish. And not only did she grow up with fish, we keep her well fed, and she knows she's going to eat because she grew up domesticated. We put her. We were going to make a video one time. Yeah, that's good you mentioned that. We were going to make a video one time. We didn't feed her for like 2 days.
Sure.
And we put her in a 10-gallon tank, and we got a little crayfish.
Don't worry, they can go without food for like 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, they can go forever. But we want to make sure she was hungry. We put her in, we started videotaping. We're cool. We're going to watch her tear this crayfish apart because that's like the number one thing that they eat in nature. They love crayfish. This crayfish crawled all over her for half an hour. She was totally not interested whatsoever.
Excellent.
And I'm like, there you go. And people say, well, it's their instinct. Well, it might be their instinct, but it's not her instinct because she grew up in a fish tank.
It's like if you raise a baby wolf with a bunch of bunnies. Sure, it's their instinct, but if that's all they know, they're not going to be as vicious as they originally were.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they're always right there together, and they're all playing together, what have you. Instinct's not going to always take over,
Yeah, or like when you hear about like the dachshund and the lion, like the reason why that lion probably didn't eat the dachshund is because, well, it was his friend, but also because it was probably not raised.
I've had people say that to us,
Africa.
I've had people say that about his soft-shell turtles. So we have Squirt, in the big bridge tank with all these fish. And people are like, those turtles are going to eat those fish. and I send him a link of that guy. Did you ever see that guy that posted that stuff? He's got all these little wiener dogs that play with the lion.
Yeah, I don't think I have.
Oh my gosh. Google lion and wiener dogs. You will not believe this. It's hilarious.
Okay.
It's almost like the wiener dogs are like Lacey. They like boss the lion around. It's hilarious.
Oh, that's awesome.
They play with this freaking lion. It's hilarious. There's lots of cool stuff like that. Again, at the end of the day, there's all kind of exceptions to the rules. And a lot of the things that we've done with some of our tanks, people say, well, you can't have rope fish with this fish, or you can't have this fish. Sure you can. You can do whatever you want because you're taking them out of their environment and you're making something new. There's all kind of people that have documentations. There's one of our subscribers that has this tiny little kitten that this big, huge, like German Shepherd, like adopted it.
Right.
And I mean, any other, if you never know. So at the end of the day, it's kind of funny.
I like the emojis on here. They're better than the Apple emojis. They're like more
Mrs. Green Thumb.
They're funny.
Basically, hey, how you doing, Mrs. Green Thumb? At the end of the day, we don't really argue with a lot of people. We just say, hey, this is the kind of stuff we do. This is the kind of stuff we teach people.
Right.
If you don't like it, don't watch it. But you might get something out of it. And if you do, awesome. It's a lot of fun. We enjoy doing it. We enjoy sharing it. Yeah. And we really like the feedback. We get feedback from people all over the world.
Right, yeah.
And it's really, really fun. And we never thought that in a million years when we started doing this.
Tips and tricks. Yeah, Coco the gorilla did have a cat.
Yeah.
I remember learning
That's true. That's true. We take care of like anyone else would take care of a kitten. It was pretty neat.
Yeah, and that's true, Daniel, too, because a lot of people have said, like maybe I do a video on a filter or a certain way we do a water change or whatever, and they'll say, well, that didn't work for me. Well, just because it didn't work for you, maybe we did something a little different. Maybe it worked for us,
It's not always going to be the same.
There was a guy the other day that went off on us for having this lava rock substrate.
Why?
Like totally went off, would not stop. And I've used lava rock for ever since I started fish tanks when I was 5. I'm going to be 48. So 43 years. I've used lava rock. He said, oh, that's mean. Said, that's mean. Could you imagine crawling across glass every day? And I said, well, that's funny because there's a school of 14 clown loaches in here, which everybody knows is like a scaleless fish.
Right.
And you could see them right here digging through this lava rock all day long and never had a scratch on them.
The rope fish are even more.
The rope fish burrow through it.
Yeah, they're even.
Because lava rock isn't sharp.
No. Again, everybody has opinions and everybody has.
Yo.
What's up, Sicklets 23?
I mean, lava rock is technically it's soft.
I know. Well, especially little pieces like this.
Yeah.
And it's great as a substrate because of all the holes and everything. And it grows. And we've talked about that in our videos. And, again, these are things that I've done through the years. And I used to say things like, I've been doing this for 42 years. And, and then people would come back, well, I've been doing it for 50 years too. And blah. And I just stopped. I don't even engage anybody. I don't even talk to anybody about it.
I mean,
I just say, thanks. Have a nice day, man. Good luck.
Yeah. Well, it's like the saying goes that's in the fish community. What works for me may not work for you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that complicated.
And it's the same thing for the nutrition stuff. Like I've had people say, like, we'll talk about maybe a Beyond Beef burger or an Impossible burger.
Right.
And we'll say in the video, we'll say, listen, this isn't really something that we do, but we're kind of showing you if you want to help the environment and you want to get a little healthier, maybe you want to go plant-based because you're an animal lover. If you're having a hard time and you're missing meat, try one of these. And a lot of people come and say, that's even worse. And I'm like, well, not really. Scientifically, it's not. But if you want to argue about it, then go ahead, do what you want.
Today for lunch, before the stream, we had a vegan beef soup, right? And it tasted a lot like.
Oh yeah, Gardein makes soup now. We got it from Fresh Time, really, and we do videos on that kind of stuff. And the whole point is we're just trying. And here's the funny part: if you get a negative comment like that, it's like 1 out of 1,000.
Yeah.
For every negative comment we get, We get 1,000 awesome ones.
Precisely.
And so we don't care. That's just going to come with the territory. And people a lot of times have said, oh, this and that. You know, just ignore it, man. We don't care. It's part of life. It's part of life. No matter what you do, no matter where you go. And Jack knows this. You know, this is why I got him into jiu-jitsu and stuff when he was young, was to deal with bullies and to have good self-esteem.
Right.
And he took it for quite a few years. And you had a couple of issues. You had a couple issues where some dudes.
Sadly, it was in first grade.
Yeah, first grade. He had like a second grader try to beat him up.
The worst one I probably.
Sorry.
The worst one I probably ever had was not towards me, but my friend Charlie was like, he punched.
He had some buddies gang up on his other buddy.
And so I was like, this is not okay. I'm just like, stop. All the usual stuff. And then so he's like, yeah, it's a joke. He tried to punch me. So I just laid him on the ground. And it's funny because, like, afterward, the principal's like, why didn't you tell anyone? I'm like, who's there to tell?
Yeah, there was nobody around, and it was happening. Yeah. And he got off okay. And he had another incident where a bully messed with him. He was like, I think you were in third grade. He was in fourth grade or something. And he laid him out. He threw him down.
And the
there you go.
Principal called me, and I said, well, that's why I put him in judo, so he could, defend himself.
Right.
And that's just how it is. So, there's always going to be somebody. It doesn't matter if you're online. It doesn't matter whatever. There's going to be bullies out there, or there's going to be somebody that's going to make a negative comment. So what? You just ignore it. People get worked up about it. We don't really ever do videos about that. A lot of people do videos about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even care, man. I just delete it and move on. I don't care at all.
Yep. Well, see, I only had a bully one time, and that was in junior high. And it was in PE. This guy was a football player, one of the quarterbacks. And he's always picking on the littler guys. I'm not a big guy. So one day he decided to pick on me. I just stepped away from him. Okay, that's what you want to do? Let's do it. So I left. I went home, went to local pharmacy. I'm not recommending anybody do what I did. You know what NEAT is? The hair removal stuff.
What is
NEAT,
it?
NEAT, the hair removal stuff.
Oh, yeah, NEAT.
Well, Pretty Boy had wash his hair every day in prep. I put NEAT in his shampoo. And I told him it was me. I told him next time I wouldn't have done this, but I told him next time it would be hydrochloric acid. And I would not have done that, but I did put NEAT in his shampoo.
That's
told him no matter me, but picking on the little kids. He quit.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this is what it's all about. I was the youngest of three boys. So the funny part is when you're the youngest and you have older brothers, you get kind of tough. And so I never really had many issues, a couple, but ultimately we stuck together, me and my buddies and that. And and I told Jack, I said, that's how it's always going to be. And you just have to be cool about it. So here, like these guys are talking, like Roy and Marco. Marco's got turtles that weren't with fish and stuff, and they'll eat them. And then Roy, his don't. Everybody's different. The cool part is understanding and recognizing, hey, you got a different thing instead of just criticizing, learning from each other. Marco's great. He's got an amazing channel.
All right.
He does.
All right, iPad. Thanks, man. I'll start checking them out, and I'll give you feedback on them, brother.
Take care, man. Hey, what's up? Wild Edibles is here. What's up, Wild Edibles?
Wild Edibles, hi.
Yeah, and that's right, Rounded Rob. We're not out to make people happy. We're out to try to help people, and we're going to do what we want to do, and we're going to enjoy it, and we're going to have fun. And if people want to criticize it, we're just going to delete it. We're not going to pay any attention to it.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you can do.
You wanna start the
But honestly, it's far and few between, because people told us, they said, as your channel grows, you're going to get more of that. Honestly, we really don't. We just don't.
I think I've had, in all the videos I've uploaded, I think I've had 3, maybe 4 thumbs down on the videos. And that's the extent of it.
Yeah, we've had people do that, and we've had people, make comments. Like, still to this day, even though that video is almost a year old of his bridge tanks, people will be like, oh, these turtles need a place to bask. And I go, dude, you got a lot of catching up to do. We've done like 20 videos on this tank since then.
Haven't seen it.
Right.
Because they were babies and we had like bamboo in there. They don't bask when they're brand new, when they're just born. They don't bask. They're so skittish, they just hide.
Right.
So inevitably we ended up adding those things as they grew, and we did videos all along.
Right.
And so all I do is I just put a link of the playlist and I said, hey, check out some of the other videos. You got a lot of catching up to do. And they always respond and they say, oh, thanks, I'll look at it. And then they never come back. So it's cool. But yeah, it's kind of funny. Hey, thanks, Rob. You're gonna miss the hot sauce. We're doing the hot sauce now, Rob. So you have to watch it on the replay if you're leaving.
Yeah, because I just realized what time it is. I gotta be up at 3:30 a.m. Rob shower, brother. It's like, yeah, I think I better get my butt motivated or unmotivated.
Well, we're gonna try to do a shot of this with you, dude.
All right, brother.
I'm only gonna do a little bit. I told you I'm a huge sissy when it comes to this stuff. But Jack likes it. And like I said, if Mickey were here,
give you a run for.
Mickey don't play, man. He'll do anything.
I mean, he's got a limit, but
he puts like the hottest stuff. He brings all this stuff from China.
Really?
And like mushrooms soaked in hot sauce, all kind of crazy stuff. Wow. I don't touch this stuff, man. But
I know a lady that went to China for her job. She worked at Procter & Gamble, and she brought back pickled scorpions once. Actually, they weren't bad. I tried one. It's not something I would eat on a normal basis, but I did try one.
All right.
Did not eat the stinger.
I'm going to give Jack a little bit first here. He's going to go first.
Sure.
What do you do, like about a tablespoon, Larry? Or
now, what? I do a teaspoon. Don't do any more than you feel comfortable doing. I don't want nobody hurting themselves.
All right, so we're just doing about a teaspoon each here.
Oh, wow.
You ready?
I don't know.
Same time. We're doing it at the same time, dude.
Yep.
Ready?
Yep. Go.
Oh, man. Wow.
Oh.
Wow. Wow. Look
we'll try the ghost pepper one. I'll send you some up.
It's turning red. Oh, I don't know if I drink anything. They say that makes it worse.
You get you some crackers or something like that.
Woo!
Water will light you up.
Woo! There's like little seeds in this one. All right, it's starting to go down to my throat now.
Oh man, this got me hiccuping.
Oh my gosh!
It made me hiccup.
Jack's gonna go get some milk. Wow.
Yep.
Let me tell you something, Larry. I have never done that before in my life.
Wow. Oh my God. I got the hiccups from that.
There it comes. Now it's coming. Whew. He's gonna do some get a glass. Oh, look at this guy. All right, let me see that. I got some soy milk. I got some organic vanilla soy milk.
Oh,
that helped a little. Wow.
Yeah, we get too hot. Milk.
Dude, my eyes are watering.
Yeah. Keep your fingers away from your eyes. Good sauce on there will light you up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah, so check that out, guys. Next time you're at Trader Joe's, try that stuff out. Wow. I got to say, that actually feels kind of neat.
Yeah.
I've never really done that before.
Tastes good.
Yeah, you don't go to extremes like I did.
Next time I have a sore throat, I'm going to do a shot of that stuff.
Actually, it works really well.
I know we were joking around the last live stream you had about that killing COVID. If I get a sore throat, I'm going to throw some of that down.
No, actually, I did have 3 therapists that if you do really hot, spicy stuff, it keeps you open up, and you really can't get that. If you do, it's going to be so mild you won't even notice. I don't know how accurate it is, but I had 3 different ones tell me the same thing.
That vanilla soy milk helps that helps a lot, though. Wow, dude. I've never done that. That is tough. I would say that was about a half a tablespoon. Pretty good amount. Wow, dude.
Scale 1 to 10, where you think you're at?
Well, I've never really done that before, so that's a 10 to me. That's where I'm going to grade it by. It's coming. Jack's getting the second wave. He's getting the second wave. Here, take.
Yeah, water is not going to help you.
Oof. Wow, dude, you're brave. Try snorting it, Roy said. Never. Wow, dude.
Guppies.
Whoo. That's sticking around. Fancy Telequatis.
Chew,
What's
you're
up,
right.
man?
Beer does work good when you're eating hot food. It actually keeps it from going overboard.
Wow. I have never done that before ever. I saved it just for Larry. I know Jack's done stuff like that with Mickey, but I've never done it. They always do this. Him and Mickey, they'll try this stuff, and I'm like, I ain't doing that. They do it when we go out to restaurants and stuff, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. So update on Mickey real quick, because a lot of people have been asking about Mickey, especially because we've done a couple of videos where he's played the flute.
Right.
And we've shown the guys eating in the aquariums. People really like that. So what happened is he went back. You okay, man? he went
Eat some
back.
crackers, Jack. They'll help you.
He went back to China.
Right.
And so Lake Ridge Academy, where he goes by us, they reopened and they were doing school. But China has a ban on travel. So if he leaves, they're not there. He would have to quarantine on his layover for like 14 days in like Europe or whatever. So anyway, he's homeschooling, but if they lift the ban, but with everything going on, so technically he's supposed to come back after, Christmas break.
Right.
But depending on how things go, he may not.
Yeah.
Steelers
I don't think we're going to see the end of this really that soon.
Steelers are winning. Even though we're from Cleveland and stuff, we still like the Steelers, guys. I know people get mad. Oh, Rob, you missed it, dude.
Rob, dude.
You
see the hot sauce, Rob? Rob 93. There's like 5 Robs in here.
So yours was probably hotter than ours, but I was pretty impressed with this stuff.
This is the ghost pepper, and it's like, what is this? We got ghost peppers, 40% ghost peppers. We got vinegar. It's got pure capsaicin oil in here too.
Yeah, this is just habanero.
Yeah, maybe I should have read that before I did that. Whoa, got me off guard. I didn't read it first. I normally read them. I did that time.
So now it's not in my throat and tongue. Now it's on my lips. Now my lips burn.
Nothing. I'm good. I like the taste, but like out of the stuff I've eaten, I'd say it's probably about 8.5.
So Jack says that was about an 8.5 for him. Well, for me, it's a 10 because I've never done it.
Sure. Yeah, this one hit me. I'll give this one here a 5.
So what do you do? Why do you got to get up so early? What do you do, man?
I work at Lowe's. I'm in the paint department.
Oh, really? Down there in Cincy?
Yeah, I'm like basically the only full-time person in the department. I do all the training.
Cool.
And I open up because they got, you have to clean machines to clean this, that, and the other. And I have a lot of customers who only will work with me.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, tomorrow being Tuesday is when I get my big contractors in.
Yeah.
So I pretty much got to be ready for them because someone come in, Larry, I need 16 5-gallon buckets.
Wow.
6 different
What time
colors.
do they open? They open at 6 or 5?
They open at 6.
Wow.
So I have to be there at like 5:30, but I'm not a morning person. I need 2 hours. I'm not a jump up, jump in shower and go. No. I'm going to get up, have a couple cups of coffee, then get shower, make my lunch, then go.
Daniel says my voice sounds different. Yeah, a little bit, man. I think that puts some hair on my chest. Jack's going to wake up tomorrow. He's going to have a hairy chest.
Yeah, right?
He's holding the milk in his mouth.
Jack, you okay?
Yeah,
He's fine.
Yeah, I'm good.
He does it. He does this kind of stuff. He does this kind of stuff with Mickey all the time.
Okay.
They do it when we're at restaurants and stuff. It's hilarious.
Cool.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
I always did when I was a kid. I'd eat those. They have those little jars of little bitty peppers. I don't remember what they're called. My mom's looking. It's like, you're gonna hurt your stomach. No, I ain't get a few more. I did it so real little.
So you got to get up really early and get in there. That stinks.
Yeah.
I used to get up around 3:30 or 4, because I had to be, at work really early.
Yeah.
Then I kind of kept doing it, even though I work from home now, because a lot of the people that I work with, I try to really focus a lot too on the night shifters. A lot of the nurses and aides that work night shift, they might get off at 6 a.m. or they might want to talk to me during their break at 4 or 5 in the morning. So I try to get up early. So I'll be on the way to the gym and I'll talk to a person or two, and then I'll talk to some people on the way home. I mean, I'm just constantly on the phone, but I also go around. But this year I did not do any presentations. That's why I didn't come down to Cincinnati. Usually when I come down to Cincinnati, I'll stay over there and I'll go to the Jack down there.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll come up to Columbus and go to the Hollywood. So I go to Cincinnati Casino and then I go to the Hollywood Casino. I'll make a whole tour of it, and it's kind of fun. But, overall, good night, PB. Nice meeting you, man.
All right, PB.
Overall, I really missed, but we had a lot to do around here this year and everything else with everything going on. So, we just kind of kept it cool. But next year, I'm going to probably go around again. So maybe next year when I come down, maybe we'll try to hook up and do a video together or something.
Hey, so they're playing, man. You got my email address. I got yours, man. Give me a holler whenever you want to.
I'd like to go into Jungle Gyms, too. Did I turn a little red?
I don't know.
I might have turned a little red. I know Jack's face did.
Yeah, you were showing you were a little warm.
little flush. I'm gonna need some vegan ice cream now. Maybe we'll have a vegan sundae, dude. Cool us off before going to bed.
I'm waiting for the Jungle Gyms when they can open up their little community center in there. They got a thing where they do special events, because there's always these hot sauce ones in there. The people make hot sauces, hot beef jerkies, etc., etc. But right now, because of all this going on, not allowed to do it.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because we went to Costco, and one of the main reasons we go to Costco is to get the samples, and they're not doing the samples because of COVID.
Right.
Well, then we went, and we were all excited because we saw people with the stand set up, and I was like, dude, they brought the samples back. So we went, and they got somebody, and it's like a sample, and it's like in a glass case.
Oh God!
So you look at it.
Oh man!
And I go, what is this? This is like torture.
Yeah.
So then they got the lady standing there, and she just says, like, this is what it is, and then she shows you the label, and I'm like, dude, we don't get to taste it? What the heck?
Really? Why do I want to look at something I can't taste? When you cut it up and make it look all pretty for sampling, but you can't sample. It's like, no. Oh my God.
Hey, Joe, have a great night, man. Nice seeing you.
All right, take care, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, it's changed a lot of things, but we're trying to do what we can. We've done a lot of videos about some of the fun, creative workouts we've done. We got a great video coming up Wednesday.
Cool.
We try to get people to go out. Luckily where we live, there's a lot of metro parks in Cleveland and Lorain County. And we say, get out there, get some exercise, eat some healthy food, and if you're locked up in your house, work on your fish tanks.
Yeah.
Get some plants, start an herb garden, grow some sprouts. There's no reason you can't be healthy. If you got to work out in your garage or walk up and down your stairs, whatever, man, you got to do stuff, because ultimately we got to get through this, Yeah. I mean, you
can't just sit there and the whole time you're quarantined, watch YouTube or watch movies and do nothing. You got to get up and do something.
Yeah. We do a lot of our YouTube. When we were working out in the garage, we would put the phone up and we put the Bluetooth, and we would listen to other, our friends' YouTube channels when we were working out, and, that kind of stuff. But I actually started going back to the gym. The gyms did reopen, and I got tired of working out in the garage. So I'm going to the powerhouse. I started gaining quite a bit of weight again. I'm pretty happy. I hope that they don't close again, because I really miss a real gym. So I started going to the powerhouse, and Jack goes with me sometimes, and then we still go to Planet Fitness sometimes. And he really enjoys all that, but we're still trying to get outside.
Yeah.
You know, but now it's going to start getting cold. But you know what? It's weird because, you know, hey, Marco, thanks for hanging out, dude. It's 1:45 a.m. there.
Marco, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you.
Well, we don't want to keep you if you got to get up early, man, but this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, not a problem. I'm enjoying the conversation. I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, really, I got to get up. Dang it. I know. I got to get myself motivated to get unmotivated to go to bed.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, it's tough, and that was part of the problem. That's what happened to us during COVID.
Yeah.
We would just start staying up so late because we didn't have to get up.
Right. Well, see, that's the thing is, I'm a night owl. I'm normally up till, if I don't have to work next day, 1 a.m. I'll tell you 1 a.m. I will.
1 a.m. man. Maybe latest 11.
Yeah, we always try to go to bed early.
Yeah. Well, I spent 7 years third shift from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. working, so getting used to not being a vampire, as I used to call it, because I felt like a vampire. Go in as dark, come home as the sun was coming up, you know, and go to bed.
Yeah. Well, I did nights for 12 years, man.
True. But that was bad enough.
Well, the reason that I did nights was because that was the years I played in the band. So it kind of worked out.
Makes sense.
So I worked Sunday night through Thursday night. Right. And then I'd sleep all day Friday, and then we'd play gigs Friday and Saturday night. So I would just stay on a night schedule. I did that for 12 years.
Oh my God.
But you know what? It worked great because I just never had to go back and forth. I just stayed up. Right. And if you do that, it's easy. But the problem is a lot of people who work nights, like I work out with a guy right now. He works for Lincoln Electric. He does like 3 weeks days, 3 weeks nights. Some of the guys that work over here, you know, like at LTV, they'll do 3 weeks days, I like, you're going to die, man. You can't do that.
Yeah, that will kill you. Night, Daniel.
Hey, Daniel, nice seeing you, man. I'm glad everybody got to come out. This was a lot of fun. You know, It's just kind of like a Monday night, nothing to do, so this was fun. We have not done any of our own live streams. I did a live stream with Fish Room Fever. Did a couple other smaller ones. And then we did one with Vinny. So that one didn't work out so well because he had all these technical issues. We were actually at a party, but we kind of hung out for a little bit. But we are supposed to do another one with Vinny Friday, this coming Friday. Okay. So we're going to try to do another one with Vinny on Friday, and then we'll talk about some more stuff. Right. We got some pretty fun videos coming out. We're doing a lot of rehabs. We're building our princess tank. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
We're also taking this big, huge 120-gallon that's been sitting around on the patio. We got a video coming up on that because that was just a beat-up old tank. We finally got the frames for it. We're doing a video on that one. And then I got a big 55 breeder that some lady basically gave to us because her turtle died.
Oh, geez.
And so we're going to be taking a lot of these. Hey, congratulations, Roy. That's awesome that you quit smoking, buddy. That's awesome.
Yes, man.
That is the biggest, hardest thing, and I help people with do that every day. I have done, since I started this company, I have helped 1,000 people go through tobacco cessation. I just hit 1,000 the other day.
Excellent.
Let me tell you something, man. That's an amazing feat when you can, when you can get control of your life and get rid of those kind of things, man.
Yeah,
Way to go, Roy. Way to go, Roy. So listen, we'll let you go. Thanks so much.
Thank you, guys.
Everybody got to hang out. We'll definitely try to do this again sometime, man.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Maybe we'll do a stream and we'll have you on it or something like that.
Hey, that'll work too. You have to do it where my schedule cooperates. Yeah, my schedule, I'm anywhere from 5:30 a.m. up to like 6 p.m.
Yeah.
6, 7 p.m. sometimes. So, it all depends on how my schedule rolls and what I can and can't do or how long I can do whatever.
Larry, do a lot of people come during the time you work?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He probably gets, like he said, he gets a lot of contractors during the day.
Yeah.
But, you know.
It's then I'll be there by myself. I'll have 10 people in line waiting on me. Like, crazy. Well, bear with me. I'll be with you when I get with you.
My busy season starts now all the way through for about 5 or 6 months through open enrollment. But we could always do like a weekend or something in the wintertime and that. The other thing is you know, we have and we talk about this a little bit in the upcoming video, but we always planned on trying to do something, and everything kind of happened so fast that we weren't really prepared. So we want to do something for our 10,000, and we thought about doing like a giveaway, but we think with what's going on with the world right now, we think we might do more of like a fundraiser.
Oh, there you go.
And specifically probably for the Red Cross.
I like
because we love the Red Cross, man. I've given blood for years. I've of course taken blood from people for years, and we always love the Red Cross as an organization. They seem to be one of the best, in my opinion.
Sure.
And they seem to help a lot of people. So we're thinking we're going to try to get a little creative, and we're going to try to do something that will possibly help. You know, we did go give blood recently. We're going to show some of that in the video. Well, Jack couldn't give blood because you have to be 16. But Pamela and I went and gave blood, and we took a little footage, and we're going to be showing a little because she's O negative. So they always want her blood.
Right. Yeah. Me too.
Oh, are you O negative? Oh, nice. Yeah. So, you know, we did a little video we're going to be doing, and we're going to be talking a little bit about the Red Cross and trying to do maybe a fundraiser where well, you'll see. I don't want any spoilers.
Sure, right, yeah.
Like everyone can take.
So O negative means you don't have the Rh factor, and O is universal donor, so anyone can take O negative.
That's what I mean.
Right.
And that's what Pamela has, so she gives blood quite often. And you'll see, and remember how I said she's a bodybuilder and stuff. You'll see her veins are bigger than mine. It's kind of funny when she walked in, all the nurses attacked her. They're like, I'll take her. You know, it's kind of funny. But
easy access. The veins are that big.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun, and you'll see. We're going to be doing more stuff like that, and then we'll probably do more of those. You know, if we hit 15 or 20 or whatever. But I don't think we're necessarily going to do giveaways. I think we're going to try to use that as fundraising type of things. It's going to kind of be a giveaway and kind of a fundraiser. You'll see.
Right.
You'll see.
Sounds cool. Sounds like a great time.
All right. Try to do fun stuff. Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
You guys, everybody, enjoy their night. Have a great week.
Yeah.
We'll see everybody soon. And thanks a lot, Larry. We'll talk to you soon, man. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you, Dan. Really appreciate you guys coming by. Greatly appreciate it. All right, people, we're going to call it a night. We went 2 hours. Awesome. Thank you, everybody, for showing up and staying here for a whole 2 hours. 13 people still. That's awesome. Appreciate you all, but I'm going to bed. So good night, much love, and we'll catch you all later. Thanks, guys.
Take care, everybody. Take care.